Good morning, children. Today we are on the part 4 of our chapter 1 Geography, class 6th Representation of Geographical Features. So, we have already completed 3 parts of the same chapter, and now just to remember, we'll recall what all things we have studied in this chapter. We started from geography. What is geography? What are the different types of maps? What is a map? What is a globe? Then we studied what are the different elements of a map, and then we studied about scale and directions, how to find directions, etc. Now we are on the last portion of our chapter. So this portion I have made two videos of that, part 4 and part 5, and part 5 is the last part of this chapter. And now in this portion we'll study about how to represent the geographical features through diagram, and that is also very necessary part to study about geography. So this chapter is an introductory chapter, and it's a chapter which introduces geography to you. So we studied so many things related to that, elaborate, and what all things we are going to study in this chapter. What are the remaining things I'll explain. I'll show you what all things we have to study in this chapter. The remaining portions, it comes like faults and fault, anticline and syncline, block mountains, rivers, tributaries and distributaries, meanders and delta. These are the remaining portion which we have to cover in this chapter. Now we'll start from the faulting and faults which we can see on the earth crust, and what is the results of that we'll study in this video. Now let's start the chapter. Representation of geographical features through diagram. How we can represent the geographical features with the help of diagrams. The internal forces below the surface of the earth produce geographical structure, and these structures are called fold and fault. Folding of rocks produce anticline, and faulting results in the formation of syncline. Now we'll see that what is this folding and faulting. For example, like a sea wave. Just think about a sea wave. In that we can see it like an upper part is there and the lower part is there. And the upper part we usually call it as a crust, and the lower part, the down portion, we call it as a trough. Like that, in mountains also we can see a fold and a fault. Now let's see what is this folding and what is faulting. First one is folding. Folding is the buckling of a rock layer that was once horizontal. Horizontal means like a flat one. Buckles or fold appear on the landscape. So it's a flat land, like a flat plane, but due to some internal disturbances, we can call it as a tectonic disturbance or something which happened beneath the earth, results in the colliding or moving, or like we can say that pulling from both the sides, results in the formation of some features. We call it as folding. The main thing, you can see the image there, when it fold, you can see the upper portion, it is called the folding, that is called the anticline, and the lower portion and that fall area we call it as a syncline. Usually we can say that anticline is in a form of an arc and syncline is U-shaped one. So I think you understood what is anticline. You can see that as an arch form, it is called an anticline, and that U-shaped portion is called a syncline. And this folding results in the formation of anticline. And faulting is formed as a result of the movement of the earth plates. Faults occur when there is a stress along a weak point of earth crust. Fault happens when in those areas where there is a weak point in the earth crust. So in such cases, this both folding and faulting usually happens in those area which is as a we can call it as a side of a tectonic plate, or those weak portions of the earth crust. In this earth, we usually, that landmass, we usually call it as a lithosphere. Now we will see what is this anticline and syncline in detail. First we will start with anticline. An anticline occur when a tectonic plate is compressed by movement of other plates. This causes the center of the compressed plate to bend in an upward motion. So we can say that how it happens. You can see the image here. You just see the image. In this image, you can see that it's a arc shape. And how it happens, for example, you can take a copy, you just give pressure from both the sides, you can see that the middle portion rising up. So like that, when earth pressure or the internal pressure is giving pressure from both sides, then the upper part or a middle portion, which we can consider as a weak portion, usually rises up, making a fault, and that is called an anticline. So this we can call it as an anticline. Fold mountains are formed when the crust is pushed up as tectonic plates collide. Now what is this tectonic plate? What is tectonic plate? It's an irregular shaped slab of solid rocks. Generally, we can say that it is composed of both continental and oceanic lithosphere. Lithosphere means the land mass. The whole land mass we call it as a lithosphere. So, it is a portion of the earth wave or the land mass is called as tectonic plate. There are about 7 tectonic plates are there. For example, African plate, Indo-Australian plate, then the Eurasian plate, etc. Some of the examples of tectonic plates. Now let's see the syncline. A syncline, it is similar to anticline. In that it is formed by the compression of a tectonic plate, and you can see here a U-shaped is formed, a U-shaped thing. You can see here a fold center. In that folding center we can see it as a U-shaped one, and it is usually happen due to the subduction or brittling of that area, or destroying when that area is destroyed, or when that area move apart, or we can see a drift there. The lowest part of the syncline is called as a trough. Now we'll see that what is a block mountain. So the next part which we have to study is about a block mountain. How the block mountains are formed and what is a block mountain, and the more details about this folding, block mountains, etc. we'll discuss in our next chapter. And in that portion we'll study more about this mountains and the landform, because it's related to landforms, and we'll study detail about that. Here it is, we'll just start it or give it as an introduction only. So here we'll see that what is a block mountain. When the earth crust bend, folding occurs, and when it cracks, faulting occurs. In such cases, the land between two parallel fault either subside to form a rift valley, or it rises to form a block mountain. So usually when the land collide, it results in the formation of fold mountains, or the result form in the form of block mountains. Faulting causes block mountains. Examples of this block mountains are Arabian Peninsula and the Vosges Mountain in Europe. That means a mountain or a raised area or a plateau is formed when the pressure is given from both sides, and if the tectonic plate or if the land is not strong, then such type of things happens, or this type of mountains, block mountains, peninsulas, etc. are, or plateaus, etc. are formed. Now we'll see what is a rift valley. When we hear the word valley, we have heard about U-shaped valley, V-shaped valleys, etc. And valleys, when we hear the word valley, we feel that it's a place which is between two mountain ranges. But Rift Valley is little bit different from what we usually see. It's a place which is formed, or it's a valley which is formed when the geologic rift happens, or when the earth moves apart and a drift is formed, that results in the formation of rift valleys. The Great Rift Valley of Africa is considered as the biggest rift valley in the world. A rift valley, it's a linear shaped lowland between several highlands, or a mountain range created by the action of geologic rift or drifting, or it means that it has happened due to the moving of earth apart and a valley is formed. Now let's see a video of block mountain and how it is formed and the related things. Just we see that. mountains. You can see Block Mountain here. The block mountains are formed when cracks of fault occur in the earth crust and the land between the crack sinks, leaving upsiding blocks on either sides. Block mountains are also known as fault block mountains. Formation of block mountain. We can make it with the help of an eraser. Take a long eraser and use a pencil to draw a fault line on it. Use a cutter and blade to cut the eraser across the line drawn either sides. Place the piece of the long eraser together to make the eraser whole again. Apply a little pressure on the corner piece and lift the whole eraser above the table. Slowly pull the corner pieces apart and you can see how the land in the middle of the fault lines subsides and the block mountains are formed on the either sides. Vosges in Europe, the edge of such mountains are steep and the surfaces are almost level. An example is Vosges in Europe. The Marble Rock at Jabalpur is another example. It's in India. It's a block mountain. So we wind up our fourth part of our chapter. Now the fifth part will be uploaded soon. You can read the textbook. You can study the question answers, and if any doubts or any clarifications are there, you can ask through the comment box and read your textbook and study the question answers. And in the next part of our next part of our class, I'll give some fill-up questions. You can make more objective type questions from this part. And stay home, stay safe, study well. Thank you.